Hello, myself Sweta and welcome back to my channel. First and foremost, I'd like to wish you all a very happy new year. 2022 is on, but my Goa episodes aren't over yet. So, to the ones who watch my videos religiously, a big thank you and please do pardon my inconsistent uploads. And to the ones who are new to this channel, I'd be really glad if you take a moment and please do subscribe to my channel. It's all about our fourth day in Goa, where first we went to the Wax Museum, secondly to Arambol Beach, eventually to Morjam Beach and finally to Japora Fort to live our Dil Chahta Hai moment. Right now, y'all are looking at those marvelous pieces of art which we couldn't help but praise the artists who've done a great job creating these life-size wonders. Taking videos was strictly prohibited in this museum, situated in Arpora, Goa. I couldn't show you all which were there, like Mahatma Gandhi, Wolverine, Harry Potter, Scarlett Johansson, Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, Will Smith and others. As I talk away, we've already reached the other destination, which is the Arambol Beach. It's known for being one of the most serene ones in North Goa, lying at a distance of approximately 22 to 23 kilometers away from our hotel at Baga. Hence, this place took us only an hour to reach. This beach has a lot to offer to those who are in for a vacay mode, which is more on the relaxing and rejuvenating the senses side, instead of the ones who are out for some adventure on the waves, which was evident as this place seemed unexploited by the tourists when it came to water sports. Just look at how enthralling this whole place is, perfect for the ones seeking some solitude and peace of mind. And here's my little baby Stavya, busy playing with what all he can grab around. He really relished on some french fries as and when we went to beaches throughout. This whole Arambol area is known for its shack culture and a lot of Russian and Ukrainian tourists. And here are some starfish. We had fun collecting some pretty shells too. And here are some pictures. My husband isn't fond of clicking though. Some turn into sellers as the evening sets in, as the ambience turns into one having a market sort where they sell stuff like handmade jewelry, books, paintings and even tarot card reading. And there's this thing called the drum circle, where they come and play drums and all sorts of handmade instruments which you too can try, along with some singing, dancing or simply gazing and enjoying, forming a merry circle as the name suggests. Heard a lot about it, however, we couldn't witness that as we had to leave. In some beaches, like this one, there are a few ladies roaming who ask if we want colorful braids. We also wanted, but somehow failed to, due to one reason or the other. Hope y'all get to when y'all are here. Looks really nice. It's a chill place, having a bohemian feel to it. The streets leading to this beach were laden with cool stuff, giving it the perfect boho vibe. May it be the cool t-shirts, bags, slippers, stoles, hookahs, dresses and all the handmade items like the dream catchers, rings, earrings, bangles, chokers, slings, decorative pieces and also musical instruments. A perfect place to grab some gifts as a token of affection for family and friends. Now this is the Morjim beach, which is just 22 minutes away from Arambol. We didn't spend much time here as we didn't want to miss the sunset at the Chopora Fort, although we wanted to. One can take pictures here with turtles, if you're lucky that is, as this area is known for its tranquility as well as being the nesting ground for the olive ridley sea turtles. Therefore, water sports isn't encouraged here, as it's going to disturb and harm the sea creatures inhabiting this place. Just like Arambol, a lot of Russians reside here too, due to which there is availability of Russian cuisines alongside the Goan dishes in the eateries and restaurants. We stopped by at this nice place called A1 Multi-Cuisine Family Restaurant, right near the main road at Arambol area. It had several options on the menu and this time we went for the Chinese one, as we were bored having the same kind. It was also our first and last Chinese meal at Goa, and it made a lasting experience and a memory as the food was lip-smacking. We savored on some chicken chow mein, chicken dumplings and chicken thukpa. It had an outdoor seating which made it all the more pleasant with enough space for large groups. You just need to wait patiently for them to offer you some yummy dishes at an affordable price. After around a half an hour drive, we reached our much awaited destination, the Chopora Fort, especially due to one sole reason, which I believe is the same for all, almost. And it's the famous scene of our all-time favorite movie and the song Dil Chahta Hai, which is why people also call this place the Dil Chahta Hai Fort. This fort was built by Adil Shah of Bijapur even before the advent of the Portuguese in the year 1510. It is named after the Chopora River and it's right next to the Vagator beach, offering a breathtaking view, especially during the dusk. After parking your vehicle, you need to walk uphill, which will take you around 15 to 20 minutes to reach the main location. Climbing up isn't an uphill task, as low steps have made it easily accessible, and it's a nice walk with the way having different kinds of stalls at both the sides as you walk along, comprising of souvenir shops, and also vendors selling puchkas to juices, keeping you refreshed and satiated as you tread along. Shops selling pretty dresses, interesting bags, jewelry, and decorative pieces keep especially the ladies engaged and going. And yes, we did a lot of shopping too. And finally, as you reach the top, you'll feel all the toil to reach this spot was all worth it, as the view is to die for. Although the fort just has few demolished walls here and there, but it offers so much of joy, a treat for the eyes. There we lived our Dil Chahta Hai moment, sitting and posing where Saif Ali Khan, Aamir Khan and Akshay Khanna did so. So many places in Goa give you those movie scene flashbacks, I tell you. A quick tip, do schedule your visit to this fort later during the day, as the scorching heat will leave you exhausted while exploring this beauty. If visited early, and sunsets are the best here, like I already mentioned. It overlooks the amazing Vagator beach, making it seem so magical due to the twilight. Vagator is famous for its rave parties, flea markets, picturesque red laterite cliffs, and dry grass meadows, which is evident here in the visuals, as the fort itself is made with red irregular laterite rocks. We couldn't take much pictures here as it was already late, but we were happy to have met a guy who takes pictures and sends it in WhatsApp immediately, costing 50 rupees each. It was already dark, but we managed to capture some wonderful memories to cherish forever. That's all for now. See you soon in the next one. Till then, take good care.